All right, today we're gonna go over a case with Ryan Kirby, aka Israel. He was auditing in Mount Dora, Florida, which is his hometown area. His grandma still is there in Lake County, in January 2020, and he's holding a sign that said "I lost home." And he was at the intersection of a main intersection entrance to the Walmart in Mount Dora, Florida. And a corporal at the time by the name of Corporal Joseph, or Wilbur Joseph is his name, Corporal Joseph, um, pulled up, and apparently there's a call that came in complaining about a panhandler. Panhandling is perfectly legal in all of America, especially Florida, because the decision was actually made in Florida. But there's a complaint about panhandling, and Corporal Joseph pulls up and he yells to Israel, "You can't panhandle; it's illegal in Mount Dora." Israel, knowing the law and knowing the judgment that was made through the federal courts, said that's not a law, and I'm not going anywhere. The corporal then stops his vehicle, initiated his traffic lights, and gets out and tells Israel that he's going to ID him. Give me your ID. And Israel does not. He refuses. I'm not giving you ID. And he talks about panhandling being illegal in the city of Mount Dora. He puts him in handcuffs and he goes to arrest him. And they send his partner, corporal, or now he's a corporal, but at the time was Officer James Hughes, to come to me to get me to come pick up Atlas, the dog. He's going to take Israel to jail for this, and so the dog needed to have a custodian. So when I start filming this, you're going to see James Hughes confirms that this is all over panhandling. This entire situation is over a perfectly legal activity. The sign says "I lost home," which does not technically mean panhandling at all, because the ordinance that is unconstitutional ordinance that was written against panhandling in the city of Mount Dora, which has been shot down by the Supreme Court, it talks about solicitation, and that's not the elements of solicitation. So when you see this video we're about to go over, this is the body cam from Corporal, or now it was Corporal Joseph at the time, Officer Hughes, and then my camera, and you'll see all the elements come into place. At no point in time in this video do they talk about impeding traffic, which is, again, after they had seen this as an audit. Then Corporal Joseph, now Sergeant Joseph, lied on an official report and said that he yelled at Israel that impeding traffic in the city of Mount Dora is illegal. We don't believe that to be true. We have not yet got audio of the exact statement that he said to Israel, but we don't believe that impeding traffic or traffic flow issues was ever something that was being discussed at any given time. And that's what you'll see. The evidence that we have obtained will demonstrate and lend to that credibility. We believe that he lied on an affidavit and committed perjury in efforts to arrest Israel, and as retaliatory effort for the audit. Now, I want you to see the rest of the audit, and we're going to try to get the rest of the information together. As now, Jeff Gray was recently arrested at the library in Mount Dora in November of 2022, and they have had extended education to the officers about First Amendment auditors. We do not know what that education is yet. We are doing FOIA requests for that education and what they're teaching them about First Amendment auditors, but that's going to take time to come back. Right now, we're concerned about justice for the incompetence and the constitutional rights violations against Israel, against Jeff Gray, and holding Mount Dora accountable for their officers' actions. And so, furthermore, without further ado, here's a video. Tell me what you think was the reason that this officer made this stop. I mean, there was no willful impeding in traffic, so everybody understands the charge that Israel was charged with is like going into traffic and stopping traffic intentionally. It's willful impeding of traffic, obstruction of traffic, traffic flow issue. He's not guilty of that, nor would the elements support such an offense. But that was a charge that they used as the A charge to demand that he did ID. So when he didn't ID, now it's an offense. It's a failure to provide ID, resisting arrest without violence. Whereas in this situation, you'll see no mention of traffic flow issues. So here you go.
You haven't told me what the charge is.
This is a Corporal W. Joseph.
He's panhandling. Failure to identify myself.
And this is Hughes, J. Hughes. Failure to identify yourself in stop ID state. Can you ask for a supervisor yet? The corporal is not supervisor. It's sergeant. You have a right to ask for a supervisor.
He's the acting supervisor today, and he was committing a crime, which is panhandling.
No, he wasn't committing panhandling. Well, I'm an auditor. We're auditors.
I get you, but let me
So we know what we're doing here.
Okay. He's panhandling. It's a crime in the city of Mt Dora. Okay, that gives him the right to ID him. He asked for ID, he refused, so he's being arrested.
Okay, panhandling is solicitation. Did you define solicitation?
That's the explanation.
No. Panhandling is solicitation. Has there been solicitation?
No, that sign says home block.
No. So the statement. No solicitation. And you're being arrested for what now?
Failure to what is it? Identify himself.
In a non-stop and ID state. In a non-stop. So this is papers, please state. Is this Nazi Germany? Is this papers, please?
This is the city of Mt Dora, man.
This is not a papers, please state, though, right? Is Florida a papers, please state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? I have a citizen that have a right to be answered to by a public official. Is Florida a stop and ID state?
He's the supervisor, so he's going to answer your question.
He's a corporal. He's not a sergeant. I need a sergeant here. Where's the sergeant at?
Last time, he is the acting supervisor.
The corporal is never the acting supervisor on a weekday.
There is no sergeant today.
There's no sergeant. There's no lieutenants. There's no lieutenant?
Is the supervisor of
There's
the
no
Dora.
lieutenant? We're asking for a supervisor above that as a grievance
Okay,
procedure.
Give him a minute.
You're a public official. That's a grievance procedure that's lawful.
Okay, give him a
We're
minute.
asking for a lawful grievance procedure.
What he's got to do first.
You are making an arrest. It's a violation of human rights and a violation of First Amendment rights. We are going to sue you for that, like we have 15 different cities across the country, and we've won every single lawsuit, every last one of them. I work with the ACLU as a private investigator. We've been working on this case for 7 years. Florida has been one we have been paying attention to. Mt Dora we have not audited before, but this is our first audit, and this is the information we have. You can probably believe we'll be here many times after that. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is what is the crime. Panhandling is defined as solicitation. Can I see your sign? Where's your sign at? Oh, I got your sign right here. This is what I need. All right. Here is the sign that was being held. This is Pastor Andrew Stevens, Church of Common Good. We are here in Mt Dora, Florida. And here's the sign that's being held. It says Lost Home, Rebuilding from Scratch. And it says the definition in California wildfire. There's no solicitation at any time. It's not soliciting for work, and it's not soliciting for any donations or rewards. Right now, I'm gonna go back over here. This is, they are now. Now the corporal has not told you the charge at all. He said the charge is not failure to identify. Failure to identify, with no crime, but there's no crime being committed to begin with. You're being kidnapped. We'll follow proper paperwork, bro. No, he can't. You can't go with Daddy right now. Can't go with Daddy. He's being kidnapped. He's being kidnapped, and this corporal is violating rights, and he hasn't got to call a supervisor yet. I'm gonna stay and see if a supervisor comes. We've requested one. Have you formally requested a supervisor, Israel? And then we've got and then this corporal is in vehicle 649. All right, now I'll go ahead and take care of my ACLU complaint now. Thank you so much. You have a great day. 648 is the other vehicle. This is a lawsuit, guys. Another settlement, $30,000, $50,000. We buy another property right here. We'll buy another property right here. Alice, stop. Stop pulling me. Stop pulling me. He was being kidnapped. There were several requests for a supervisor. We asked for a lieutenant or a sergeant because the corporal was involved in the incident, and we were denied that. Mount Dora, Florida. Today's date is January 3rd, Friday at 9:40 a.m. That's a good one, Israel. You finally got yourself a good one. That's a solid one right there, bro. Solid one. Guaranteed payout. Guaranteed payout. We'll see you by no later tomorrow morning, if not today, and I'll get a hold of Felipe and the photography is not crime units, and we'll get a hold of you. Love you, brother.
I'm being arrested for not giving him my name.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the thing, man.
Unless you feel comfortable taking the dog over there to them?
Yeah, he says that I have to give him my name.
That's
what they ask. That's
so if you want to just head over there, get someone to come here.
Okay.
To tell them to come in and pick up the dog.
But this is my thing today, y'all.
You think it'll hop in there with me?
You can go get my people and take them here. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know now, man. You're gonna dictate the situation, okay?
No, I don't need to. If I go to jail, I get paid today. So.
You're going to jail, so.
I'm getting paid.
Hello. You know the guy down there asking for money? He's got a big black dog, big black pit bull.
I've met him on the road.
Okay. He's being arrested. He wants to know if anybody will come get his dog and keep him until he comes back. Okay. You can see the lights from here. He's right there at the light. To 21, they have somebody coming.
tell you what I just told him. You have a shit ton of crackheads and heroin addicts in your town there, panhandling all over, and you never done anything about it.
Is being arrested now.
So you want to take out?
Yeah. So no, I'm actually, my name's Pastor Andrew Stevens. I'm a church common good. What's the charge, Israel? What's the
I don't know what
charge?
the charge is. What is the charge? You haven't told me what the charge is.
This is a corporal, W. Joseph.
Yeah. He's panhandling.
Failure to identify myself.
And this is Hughes, J. Hughes. Failure to identify yourself to stop on ID state.
Nope.
Can you ask for a supervisor yet?
No.
The corporal's not supervisor, it's sergeant. You have the right to ask for a supervisor.
He's the acting supervisor today, and he was committing a crime which is panhandling.
No,
You want to hear the explanation, or you want to talk over?
Well, I'm an auditor. We're auditors.
I get you, but let me explain.
We know what we're doing here.
Okay. He's panhandling. It's a crime in the city of Mt Dora. Okay, that gives him the right to ID him. He asked for ID, he refused, so he's being arrested. Okay.
Panhandling is solicitation. Did you define solicitation?
That's the explanation, man.
No. Panhandling is solicitation. Has there been solicitation?
No. My sign says home lost.
No, so the statement. No solicitation. And you're being arrested for what now?
For failure to, what is it? Identify myself?
And it's non-stop and ID
It's not a
state.
crime, though.
And a non-stop, so this is a papers, please state? Is this Nazi Germany? The papers, please?
This is the city of Mt Dora, man.
This is not a papers, please state, though, right? Is Florida a papers, please state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? Is Florida a stop and ID state? I have a citizen that have a right to be answered to by a public offense official.
Well,
Is Florida a stop and ID
answer
state?
you're making
He's
it
the
worse than
supervisor, so he's going to answer your questions.
He's
in
a
minute.
corporal, he's not a sergeant. I need a sergeant here.
For
Where's the sergeant
the
at?
last time, he is the acting supervisor
The corporal
today.
is never
There
acting
is no
supervisor on a weekday.
sergeant. There is no sergeant today.
There's no sergeant, there's no lieutenants. There's no
He
lieutenant?
is the supervisor of
There's no
patrol right
lieutenant?
now.
We're asking for a supervisor above that as a grievance
Okay,
procedure.
give him a minute.
You're a public official. That's a grievance procedure that's lawful.
Okay, give him a
We're
minute.
asking for a lawful
He's
grievance
doing
procedure.
what he's got to do first.
You are making an arrest. It's a violation of human rights, a violation of First Amendment rights. We are going to sue you for that, like we have 15 different cities across the country, and we've won every single lawsuit, every last one of them. I work with the ACLU as a private investigator. We've been working on this case for 7 years. Florida has been one we have been paying attention to. Mount Dora we have not audited before, but this is our first audit, and this is the information we have. You could believe we'll be here many times after that. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is what is the crime. Panhandling is defined as solicitation. Can I see your sign? Where's your sign at? Oh, I got your sign right here.
So you want to do it too?
Yes.
He doesn't have anything with his name on it.
Oh, you still want my name? Well, now I'm not going to get too long.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Alright, take him to a jail. No, I'll do the paperwork and I'll send it.
Okay, do you want them to rapid ID him?
They can, though. I mean, they will.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm going to make it harder on you because you're making my life hard, so I'm going to make your life hard.
No?
I said you're making my life hard, so I'm going to make your life hard.
Okay. Okay. You want him to have this too?
Sure, go ahead.
This
It's
is.
his phone. He wants you to have it.
Yep, they are now.
All right.
Now, the corporal is not
Let me pull my car down. That way you can get on the other side.
So in my mind, I'm being kidnapped. I'm being kidnapped. Yeah, I'm being kidnapped. We'll follow brother. All right.
It's one on my car.
Being kidnapped by the police.
Can't go with daddy right now. Can't go with daddy. He's been
Lean back
kidnapped.
real quick.
He's been kidnapped. This corporal is violating rights, and he hasn't got to call the supervisor yet. I'm going to stay and see if the supervisor comes out. We've requested one. Have you formally requested a supervisor, Israel?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll be waiting for your stuff. 22 Mt Dora. I'll have the 1015, 1012 vehicle 648, 65 beginning.
You should have been a Nazi, bro.
27134.
You're a giant twat, you're a coward, you're a liar,